Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? Trying to learn something new, putting in hours, but it just doesn't stick. It's like hitting a wall, and honestly, it's frustrating. So, what if the issue isn't really about how much effort you put in, but maybe we're misunderstanding how our brains are actually wired to learn? Today, we're diving into the sources you shared to explore exactly the science behind learning effectively.
Right. And our mission really is to give you some solid concepts, some strategies from these sources, things that can help you learn better, make memories last, and maybe even beat that old enemy, procrastination. Because knowing how to learn, that helps you adapt, it helps you thrive, whatever comes your way, it makes you agile.
Okay, let's unpack this then. If we're hitting these walls, what are the sources saying about how the brain actually works when it's learning, these modes they mention?
Yes, fascinating stuff. Your brain isn't always on in the same way. The sources talk about two main modes. First, there's the focus mode. That's when you're concentrating hard, like solving a math problem, writing code, really zeroing in.
Right, that intense, deliberate focus. Got it. But then there's this other one, the diffuse mode. That sounds almost lazy. How does that help learning?
Well, it seems counterintuitive, but it's crucial. Diffuse mode is more relaxed. It's like when your mind wanders, maybe you're out for a walk, showering, even drifting off to sleep. That's often when your brain makes these wider connections, these sort of aha moments happen.
Yeah.
And the key thing the sources stress is switching between them intentionally.
Like on purpose.
Exactly. Think of it like exercising a muscle. You work it hard in focused mode, right? Then you need rest, that's diffuse mode, for the muscle to recover and actually grow stronger. Your brain needs that downtime to process, to consolidate what you've learned.
Yeah.
It's this back and forth that really cements understanding.
Okay, that makes sense. Intentional rest for processing. So after the processing happens, where does this info actually, live in the brain? What about memory?
Good question. We're basically dealing with two main memory systems here. You've got your working memory. Think of it as like a temporary mental blackboard. It holds a few ideas at once, lets you juggle them, connect new stuff to what you already know, but it's limited.
Like RAM in a computer holds things temporarily.
Sort of, yeah. And then you have long-term memory. That's the vast warehouse where you store things durably. Facts, concepts, skills, the stuff that sticks.
And to really learn something, properly learn it, you need to get information from that temporary blackboard into the permanent warehouse.
Precisely. And just cramming doesn't do that very well, despite what it feels like.
Right. I always thought more cramming meant better learning. But the sources suggest different, maybe smarter strategies.
Definitely smarter, not harder.
Okay.
Two big ones come up again and again. First, spaced repetition. This just means reviewing material, but at increasing time intervals. Just when you're about to forget it, you review it again. It feels less effortful, but it massively boosts long-term storage.
Okay, spacing it out. And the other one?
Retrieval practice, basically testing yourself, actively pulling information out of your brain. Think flashcards, practice questions, trying to explain a concept to someone else. Forcing that recall is way, way more effective for building strong memory traces than just passively rereading your notes. It's like doing mental push-ups.
Mental push-ups, I like that. Okay, but what about the biggest hurdle for many of us?
Guys,
Procrastination,
we
that
can't study.
feeling of just not wanting to start.
Yes. The great wall of procrastination. It often comes from feeling overwhelmed or just uncomfortable with the task, right?
Hello.
But the
Guys,
sources
the
have some really
timekeeper?
practical
Oh my
ways to
God.
tackle it. One powerful technique is simply to
I
break
guess
it
you have to
down.
get on
Break
this.
it down.
Yeah. Take that massive, scary project and chop it into tiny, almost laughably small pieces. Instead of write the whole report, maybe just write the first paragraph or even open the document.
Right.
It lowers that activation energy needed to just start.
Makes the first step less daunting. Okay, what else?
The Pomodoro technique. You've probably heard of it. Set a timer, 25 minutes, focus only on the task, no distractions. Then take a short break, 5 minutes. Repeat. It uses time pressure and regular rewards the breaks to build momentum. It really works for just getting things moving.
Okay, so break it down, use Pomodoro, and I guess managing your environment helps too. Fewer distractions.
Absolutely. Reduce distractions, build routines. These small steps create a powerful cycle. Progress breeds motivation.
So let's bring this home. How does this look in, real life? The sources gave examples, right?
They did. There's Maria learning a language. She ditched the endless cramming of vocab lists. Instead, she used spaced repetition with flashcards and started connecting words to things in her own life, like labeling items at home. Her recall just shot up.
Made it stick. And Alex, the programmer who kept putting things off.
Yeah, Alex. Facing that blank code editor was tough. So he used Pomodoro for focused coding bursts. And he broke down big projects into really small, manageable functions. Coding became a regular habit, not this huge hurdle.
Okay, and the medical student, Jamal.
Jamal was drowning in information. He switched from just rereading textbooks, which is pretty passive, to active recall, using practice questions. And when he got stuck on complex stuff, he'd deliberately go for a walk, let his diffuse mode work on it. He started seeing connections he'd missed before.
Wow. So it really isn't just about raw intelligence or willpower. It's about using the right tools, understanding how your brain works best.
Exactly that. Learning how to learn is fundamentally about aligning your strategies with your brain's natural operating system. It's not magic, it's technique.
And mastering that technique.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it unlocks so much potential, not just for school or work, but for anything you want to learn throughout life. It's a real skill.
It absolutely is. It empowers you to adapt, to innovate, basically to thrive in a world that never stops changing.
It's a kind of superpower, almost.
Which, leads to a pretty important question for you to think about. In a world that demands constant learning and adaptation, isn't understanding how you learn the ultimate superpower?